And welcome to a little quick. I want to take this little quick bite at one of my favorite horror films. Oddly enough, it's a remake to another one of my favorite horror films, Friday the 13th, the 2009 surprise hit. I wanted to just take quick thoughts. This was to a lot of us fans, Friday the 13th greatest hits. You had some of really great little nods to at least the first four films, which were the better of the franchise, even though I think you also include part 6 into that mix. It was directed by Marcus Nipples, I hope I said that right, who directed the remake of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It was, I said, it was a pleasant surprise. I went and saw this out in theaters. Took my wife to go see it. She enjoyed it. She wasn't a big fan of the original ones, but she's not a big fan of movies from the 80s anyway. So, but again, I was happy that this movie was good. It was a great reimagining, a remake, or whatever you want to call it, a reboot. And it had some good cast members. One of the brothers from Supernatural and future Mrs. Killer Frost from The Flash. You had a great Jason, even though I still think Kane Hodder's the best. I can't remember his name, who played Jason. It'll come to me in a minute. But 2009, I mean, it was a really good movie. It was. I got really nothing against this. I mean, there's some really cool death scenes and really hot blonde in there. You get Willa Ford in there. She kind of pops in there. Platinum Dunes, who produced this film, who's Michael Bay's company, as he did with the before mentioned Texas Chainsaw Massacre and then, sadly enough, they did remade Nightmare on Elm Street, which sadly disappointed. But this movie really should have been, the sequel should have been greenlighted like right away. I mean, there was no need to delay this. I mean, this movie on a $19 million budget made $92.7 million. Total. I mean, come on. This movie should have had at least a remake prequel like Texas Chainsaw Massacre did the following year, if not 2 years. And over the years, you kept hearing, that the writers finally and the producers, they finally cracked the code, and there's going to be this great sequel, Jason in the Snow, but I think John Schnepp, the late John Schnepp, said it best. He's like, there is no grand scheme to make these movies. You go out in the woods, take a camera, put a guy in a hockey mask, have some elaborate deaths. That's all you really needed. That's all fans wanted. If you're lucky, you come out with a tricky little story and you got the fans. But, and again, of course, now that, this thing has been in litigation for almost 7 years, at least almost a decade now, between the original film's writer, Victor Miller, and the series, patriarch, s.Cunningham. I kind of blame these guys for, really not coming to terms with, if Miller was owed money, okay, I understand if he was owed money, pay the guy royalties that is well deserved. He was still getting credit, though, nonetheless, for whenever a movie was being made. It was always saying based on characters by Victor Miller. But I do think that they need to pick up the pieces and hurry up and get another film made, because there is a life support system when it comes to these franchises, and fans can say, okay, look, well, we got our movies from the past, we're just not going to worry about you guys no more. If you make another movie, oh well. So I really think that it is really the fault of. I used to think that was always Victor Miller's fault for just not using his money wisely, but it's both Sean S. Cunningham's and Victor Miller's fault, and it's sad. It's sad to even to think that, and these guys gave us something really good. And I understand there are some now laws and stuff like that, but again, I have to say though, watching this again for the first time in many years, I was still blown away by this movie, and this movie and if it ends up being the last ever Friday the 13th, then it ended on a really high note. I do like to have seen them be 13 films altogether. Keep that monarchy of 13 due to the name Friday the 13th, but again, this was a great way to, hey folks, here's something special for you fans, that waited so long for a new film, and it's the second highest grossing out of any Jason film, next to Freddy vs. Jason, which came out about 4 or 5 years before, if I'm not mistaken, or if not 6. But again, folks, I highly recommend those. Those who have not seen, or refuse to watch the remake of Friday the 13th, 2009, do so. I mean, it's a polished product compared to the original film. The original film was pretty much almost like a grindhouse type of film, and it was made on a shoestring budget. And don't worry that Michael Bay's got his name in the credits. Not everything Michael Bay has touched has turned to crap. So I mean, I can only just say that about the Transformers. But the Platinum's dude really, they had something going, and they had it going with the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and sadly, they just didn't. The Marcus Nispel should have directed Nightmare on Elm Street, the remake, and that's a whole nother story that I'll tell. But again, folks, just a real quick bite. Hope it was quick. But again, check it out. I'm going to give it a good 4 paws out of 5. I mean, it does leave a bad taste in my mouth that they didn't follow up with a sequel right away like they should have. Again, that's studio and producers' fault, trying to be too tricky and creative when it came to this. So, all right, folks. Well, that's all the time that I got. Thank you for watching. Again, check out Friday the 13th, 2009. Leave a comment on down below and everything, and tell me what your thoughts about this film. Was it the better remake out of most of the horror films that were coming out in the last decade? And be sure to hit that thumbs up, and you haven't yet, subscribe, folks. Alright, folks, this has been the Movie Dawgs Show. A quick bite at Friday the 13th. Alright, folks. Thanks for watching. Please keep watching. Bye.